Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say could change the way you live the rest of your life. Do you know what separates women who conquer the world from those who just scroll through it? It's not beauty. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's how they use the first 20 minutes of their day. Yes, Queen. Just 20 minutes. The world wants you waking up to check texts, run for coffee, worry about likes, scroll through reels, come chase. But let me tell you something magical. The way you spend your first 20 minutes decides if you're building your dream or wasting another day. Most women wake up and immediately give their mind away to the world, to people, to problems. And that's why they feel drained before the day even starts. But the queens, the women who own their destiny, they rise with intention. They claim those 20 minutes like a crown. They rule them like they own the universe. And because they own the morning, the world bows to them by night. So if you've been waking up feeling tired, hopeless, anxious, or just ordinary, I promise you that ends today. Because I'm going to teach you the 6 moves that will make your first 20 minutes so powerful, your confidence, your joy, your attraction, your strength will shoot through the roof. And when you walk out that door, the world will feel your presence before you even speak. Are you ready to turn your mornings into magic? Because Queen, the stage is set, the crown is waiting, and today you rise. When you open your eyes in the morning, the very first thing you feed your mind becomes the foundation of your entire day. You may think it's just another sunrise, another alarm ringing in your ear, but no. It is the most powerful moment of your existence. Because this is the time when your mind is a clean slate. A queen's mind is like a palace. What you allow to enter it in the first 2 minutes decides whether you will wear your invisible crown today or whether the world will crush your spirit before breakfast. Let me give you a real example. Have you ever noticed how you wake up late on some days, grab your phone in panic, scroll through angry messages or miss deadlines, and suddenly your heart races, your energy drops, and you feel like you're already defeated before the day even starts? This is not because life is hard. It's because your mindset reset never happened. You started reacting, not creating. Think about this. When you wake up, your mind is like a freshly tilled field. If you throw garbage on it, weeds grow. But if you plant seeds of power, gratitude, peace, trust me, Queen, your mind will blossom into confidence and certainty. And the world will notice. Why do you think the most powerful women on this planet guard their mornings so fiercely? Why do they avoid calls, avoid gossip, avoid chaos in the first minutes of waking? Because they know the secret. Your mind, first thing in the morning, believes everything you feed it. It's the most fertile ground of the day. If you feed it stress, you grow anxiety. But if you feed it peace, belief, and dreams, you become unstoppable. Let's take a daily example. A working mother, the moment she wakes up, there's noise, kids crying, husband asking questions, work emails blinking red. So why do they wake up and scream and cry and rend and cry? Because they know there's some noise, kids crying, husband asking questions, work emails blinking red. But a queen like her knows, before she steps into the battlefield of daily life, she needs 2 minutes of silent, intentional breath. Even if it's in the bathroom, behind a closed door. She inhales deeply exhales the noise, and tells herself, I am strong, I am calm, I control this day does not control me. Those 2 minutes save her mind, they make her ready, and the world outside can wait. Or think about a student, overwhelmed with exams, future fears, expectations. The alarm goes off and the mind screams, oh no, another horrible day. But imagine if instead she sat up, placed her hand on her heart, and whispered, I am enough. I am prepared. Today I will do my best, and that is always enough. Her heartbeat slows, her mind clears, her focus sharpens, and the impossible tasks of the day start to feel possible. And the impossible tasks of the day start to feel possible. Amongst the fall of the day start to feel possible. And the impossible tasks of the day start to feel possible. And the impossible tasks of the day start to feel possible. Also, when you're asleep, and what about the corporate queen, the leader, the boss woman who runs her empire? Before the calls, the targets, the meetings, she sits in silence. No phone, no laptop, no noise. She closes her eyes and reminds herself, I am the storm. I am unshakable. My decisions build the future. And when she walks into that boardroom, people feel her energy before she even speaks. This is the magic of the mindset reset. It is not luxury. It is not spiritual drama. It is survival. It is the weapon every woman must sharpen to survive this noisy, demanding world. When you control the first 2 minutes, you control the next 23 hours and 58 minutes. When you set the energy, no one else can break you. It is like tuning your instrument before the concert begins. A musician never starts playing on an untuned guitar. Then why should you perform life on an untuned mind? Remember the days when you woke up anxious, immediately thinking about unpaid bills, lost love, toxic friendships, and broken promises? Did anything good come out of that mindset? No. But the days you woke up, sat still for 2 minutes, felt your breath, whispered gratitude, and said, I am alive, I am worthy, I am chosen to win today, those days felt lighter, sharper, more beautiful. The traffic didn't irritate you, the rude boss didn't scare you, the late train didn't ruin you, because your mind was set, not scattered. Even the simplest woman in the village who has nothing but the sun, the air, and the sky knows this. She rises before the world wakes, sits on her floor, looks at the sky, and whispers her prayers. That peace carries her all day. She survives pain, poverty, and life's cruelty because her mind is stronger than her reality. You create your mind and life's cruelty because her mind is stronger than her reality. When you win the morning, you win the world. Affirmations are not some fluffy, wishful whispers you tell yourself to feel good for a moment. No. Affirmations are declarations. They are bold commands you give to your mind and soul, shaping your reality, word by word. The world has already thrown labels at you. Not enough. Too emotional. Too weak. Too late. But the question is, what words are you throwing back at the world when you wake up? When you open your eyes and say, I am powerful, you are not begging the universe to make you strong. You are reminding yourself of what you were born to be. These words are the bricks that build the palace of your confidence. And guess what? Every queen needs to build her palace every single morning, stone by stone, word by word. Let's take an ordinary woman, stuck in a small apartment, struggling with life, with debt, with heartbreak. She wakes up every morning and the first thing that wants to fill her mind is fear. fear of rent, fear of loneliness, fear of failure. But then she stands before her mirror, looks into her own tired eyes and says, I am worthy. I am loved. I am destined for greatness. And something shifts. Her back straightens, her chin lifts, her eyes sharpen, and even if nothing outside her changes today, she has changed, and that changes everything. Imagine a young girl in college always doubting herself, thinking she's not pretty enough, not smart enough, not that girl who everyone notices. Every morning she sees her reflection and thinks, I'm invisible. But one day she changes the script. She looks straight into her mirror and says, I am seen, I am valued, I am more than enough. The energy in her room shifts. Suddenly she walks into class with her head high. The same people who ignored her yesterday start noticing her today. Because confidence cannot stay hidden. It glows. Or think about a single mother waking up before dawn, exhausted, fighting battles no one sees. She drags herself out of bed, but before the chaos of life hits, she whispers fiercely, I am strong. I am unstoppable. I am building a legacy. These words become her shield. When stress tries to attack her during the day, when frustration knocks, her mind throws these affirmations back in its face. She survives. She fights. She wins. Because her morning words made her armor. Even the queen in the corporate world knows this secret. Before she picks up her phone to check emails or faces the fire of decisions, she stands in the quiet, looks in the mirror of her office and declares, I am the leader. I am calm under pressure. I make things happen. And because she claims these truths, the boardroom bows. Opportunities open. Doubt stays far away. There is nothing accidental about the success of confident women. They write their story every day with words. Words that are not wishful lies but seeds of truth. They choose to believe until reality catches up. Because when you say, I am enough, you start acting like you are. When you say, I attract good things, you start seeing them everywhere. The world reflects what you declare. Remember the woman who went through heartbreak, betrayed, left, abandoned. She could have said, I am broken, I am unwanted, but no. She stood in front of that mirror with tears in her eyes and whispered, I am still worthy. I am still beautiful. I am still becoming the best version of me. And those words stitched her soul back together. Every day, little by little, until the world could no longer see her pain, only her power. And what about the girl starting her business, full of fear, doubting if anyone will buy from her? Trust her, believe in her dream. Every morning she says aloud, I am creative, I am abundant. Money flows to me, my ideas are valuable. These are not empty phrases. They are mental seeds, planted in fertile soil. And day by day, her confidence grows. Her voice strengthens. And people start believing her. Because she believes herself first. Even the woman who cleans houses, who feels invisible to the rich families she serves, she can stand in the corner of a kitchen before she starts her day, close her eyes and say, I am important. I am blessed. My life has meaning. And her work feels lighter, her steps feel stronger, her spirit shines brighter. Because the universe does not care who you are or what you have. It answers to the vibration of your words. Queens, the secret weapon of dreamers, the silent power of survivors. Every morning is a chance to command your world with your voice. What you speak, you create. What you declare, you become. The mirror is not your enemy, it is your witness. Speak to it like a queen. Let your words break the chains of doubt and fear. Let them become the music of your unstoppable soul. Your body is not just flesh, bones, and muscles. It is the house of your energy, the temple of your confidence, the vehicle that carries your dreams. And every queen knows, if the body is asleep, the mind cannot win. If your body moves with power, your spirit follows. Your confidence is not born in your mind alone. It is ignited in your body. This is why body power activation is not optional. It is the secret to unlocking unstoppable energy before the world even opens its eyes. Picture this. A young woman wakes up, her alarm blaring, and she feels heavy. The weight of yesterday's failures, the stress of tomorrow's uncertainties. She drags herself out of bed, slow, tired, weak. But then she remembers. Body first, mind later. She stretches her arms wide, stands tall, breathes deep into her belly, and starts to move. A few push-ups, a little dancing in her room, a minute of jumping jacks, blood flows, heart races, energy explodes in her chest, her smile returns, her glow is back. Because the body told the mind, we are alive, we are strong, we are ready. Even the most exhausted mother can feel this shift. She rises at dawn, her back sore from yesterday's work, the baby crying in the next room. It would be easy to collapse into the struggle of the day. But instead, she stretches her arms to the sky, feels her spine lengthen, breathes in deeply, and holds a plank for 30 seconds. Her muscles awaken, her face softens, her breath deepens, and something magical happens. The day no longer owns her. She owns the day. Think of the corporate queen, the woman who carries meetings, targets, decisions on her shoulders. Before she puts on her makeup or heels, she closes her door, plays her favorite song, and dances wildly for 2 minutes. Not for fitness, not for others, just for her soul. Her hair flies, her body sways, her breath quickens, the stress breaks, the tension cracks, joy flows back into her veins. She smiles at herself in the mirror because she remembers. She is life in motion. She is not a machine. She is fire, grace, and strength in motion. And the student buried in books, eyes burning from late night study sessions, her back aching from hours at the desk, before she dives back into the books. She stands up, does 5 squats, 10 jumping jacks, stretches her neck side to side. The fog in her brain clears. Her focus sharpens. Her mood lifts. Because the body, when activated, refreshes the mind like a fountain of light. Even the woman struggling with sadness, heartbreak, betrayal, who wants to stay in bed forever, knows this truth when she finally rises. She opens the window, lets the sun touch her skin, stands tall, and lifts her arms high to the sky. She bends, twists, moves. Her tears may fall, but her body awakens. And as her muscles stretch, her soul stretches with them. As her heart pumps, her hope returns. Motion breaks emotion. And she smiles, faint but real. A queen in the gym knows this secret well. Every weight she lifts, every push-up she finishes, every drop of sweat on her skin is not about her body alone. It's about reminding her spirit, I am powerful. I do hard things. I overcome. That power leaks into her meetings, her relationships, her decisions, her body strength. Even the simplest woman in the village who rises before dawn to fetch water or sweep her porch. She does not know about workouts or yoga, but she moves, she bends, she lifts. Her body stays alive, her spirit stays bright. The world cannot defeat a woman who moves with grace and strength. When you activate your body every morning, you awaken something ancient, something primal, something unstoppable inside you. The lioness wakes up, the warrior steps forward, the queen rises, your blood flows like fire, your muscles sing, your bones hold you high, and your energy, oh your energy, becomes magnetic. People feel you before they see you. Rooms turn when you walk in. Opportunities sense your vibration. Because a woman whose body moves with power cannot be ignored by the universe. Visualization is not daydreaming. It is not wishful thinking. It is not escape from reality. It is the most powerful weapon the mind possesses to build the future before it arrives. Every queen who has ever touched greatness saw her victory long before the world did. She closed her eyes, breathed deeply, and built her kingdom in her mind, stone by stone, brick by brick, until reality had no choice but to catch up. Imagine a young girl from a small town, no riches, no famous name, no one to open doors for her. But every morning, she closes her eyes for 5 minutes and sees herself walking the stage, the lights on her, the crowd screaming her name, her success undeniable. She feels the microphone in her hand. She feels the joy in her chest. The vision is so clear, so strong, it burns inside her like fire. And guess what? That fire drives her to work harder, to stay longer, to push past rejection. Years later, the world claps for her on that very stage, but she smiles because she's been there 1,000 times before, in her mind. Or the woman struggling to build her own business. The world says she cannot do it, she's too small, too late, but every morning she sits in silence, closes her eyes, and sees her shop opening, her bank account growing. The last thing she did before she got dropped in court. She built her business in her bank account growing. She smells the success, she hears the joy, she feels the confidence. And so when the day throws obstacles at her, she smiles, not because the road is easy, but because she knows where it's going. Her vision is too clear to be broken. Even the heartbroken woman, betrayed and abandoned, holds this power. She sits on her bed, tears dry on her cheeks, but she closes her eyes and sees herself happy again. She sees herself laughing, standing strong, dressed in her finest clothes, walking in power while heads turn. She sees a future where pain is gone, joy has returned, and life has rewarded her patience. This vision becomes her hope, her strength, her light in the darkest tunnel. And step by step, day by day, she walks into that future she built in her mind. Think of the athlete waking up early to train when the world is asleep. Before she lifts a single weight or runs a single mile, she sits quietly, visualizing the gold medal, the crowd cheering, the victory podium. She feels the weight of the medal on her chest. She hears the anthem in the stadium. Her muscles respond, her mind sharpens, because her body believes the victory is already hers. And because she believed it first, the world delivers it later. Even the tired teacher preparing for another hard day of noisy classrooms and endless lessons, can close her eyes and see her students listening, learning, growing. She visualizes their success, their future gratitude, and this fuels her tired body. She smiles and teaches with passion because the vision of changing lives keeps her spirit alive. A woman trying to lose weight, to heal her health, may struggle with the mirror every day, but in the morning she sits silently, closes her eyes, and sees her strong, fit, glowing self. She feels what it's like to walk into a room with confidence. She feels the energy of health running through her veins. This vision becomes stronger than her cravings, her doubts, her past failures. And this vision pulls her towards success like gravity. Even the woman who has lost everything, money, love, reputation, holds this power. She closes her eyes and sees herself rebuilding, stronger, wiser, richer than ever before. She smiles at the vision of a home filled with joy, a life filled with abundance. And this quiet vision fuels her first small step toward that new future. When you visualize your victory, you command the universe to deliver. You tune your mind, your body, your spirit toward the life you deserve. You become magnetic to opportunities, to blessings, to miracles. You see the castle long before the world lays the first stone. And when it finally rises in reality, you stand there, smiling, knowing you built it all in the secret kingdom of your mind. Every queen who rises with purpose knows one truth. The day will try to steal her time. People will demand it. Distractions will beg for it. Problems will knock for it. But the queen sets her rules, her laws, her daily non-negotiables before the world can touch her. Inside out, the queen sets her rules, her laws, her daily non-negotiables before the world can touch her. Inside out, the queen sets her rules, her laws, her daily non-negotiables. The queen, non-negotiables are not goals you hope to achieve. They are decisions you make that must happen no matter what storms rage outside your palace. They are the sacred promises you make to yourself every morning that no mood, no excuse, no drama can break. Picture the woman who dreams of writing her book, the story that's burning inside her heart. The day throws work, kids, chores, endless calls at her, but she has made a vow. I write 500 words every morning before the world wakes. And no matter how late she slept, no matter how tired she feels, she sits with her pen or laptop and writes. Even if they are messy words, even if they make no sense today. Why? Because that small, unshakable, non-negotiable is the reason the book will one day be finished. Without that sacred 20 minutes, her dream would die in the graveyard of someday. 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 But queens don't do someday. Queens do now. Look at the woman building her fitness, her health, her energy. She could make excuses. It's raining, I'm tired, I'm busy. But her non-negotiable is this. I move my body for 20 minutes every morning, no matter what. So she stretches on her floor, she dances in her room, she runs in place if needed. Why? Because she made a promise to herself. And queens do not break their own word. Her friends may cancel plans. Her boss may change meetings. But her body, her health, her energy is non-negotiable. Even the woman healing from heartbreak understands this. The pain pulls her back to bed. The sadness whispers, stay down, stay small. But no, she has one daily non-negotiable. I speak my affirmations out loud for 5 minutes every morning. So she stands before the mirror, wipes her tears, and declares, I am worthy, I am beautiful, I am rising. She does not wait to feel strong to speak strong. She speaks strong to become strong. And day by day, this sacred habit builds a new life from the ashes. Or take the ambitious entrepreneur chasing a dream the world says is impossible. Her daily non-negotiable? I reach out to 3 new clients every morning before breakfast. It doesn't matter if she's scared. It doesn't matter if they reject her. She made a vow to her future self, and she keeps it. Every message, every call, every email is a brick in the empire she is building. The world may call it small. She calls it non-negotiable. Even the tired teacher, the overworked nurse, the busy housewife can set this power in motion. One decides, I meditate for 10 minutes every sunrise. Another says, I drink 2 liters of water before lunch, no matter what. These simple, unshakable actions create health, peace, power, no drama, no stress, no excuses allowed. Because queens don't wait for the world to give them peace, they claim it daily through non-negotiables that no one can touch. The single mother with no time, no help, no rest. Her non-negotiable is, I read 10 pages of a powerful book before bed. Even if her eyes are closing, even if the dishes are dirty, she reads. Why? Because knowledge fuels her dreams. She feeds her mind so that one day she can feed her family the life they deserve. Non-negotiables are the silent queens behind every visible success. The actress practicing her lines every dawn. The singer warming her voice every morning. The doctor reviewing notes before sunrise. They do what must be done, not when they feel like it, but because they made a promise to the woman they are becoming. These are not optional wishes. These are laws written on the stone tablets of their soul. And when life gets messy, when the storms of doubt howl at their doors, these non-negotiables are the reason they stand firm, tall, unshaken. The crown may tilt, but it never falls. Because discipline is the secret kingdom where queens are born every single morning. Presence is not about being the loudest voice in the room. Presence is not about wearing the most expensive dress or flashing the most sparkling jewelry. Presence is an energy, a vibration, a silent force that makes heads turn the moment you step into a space. And queens, listen closely. This power is not reserved for models, celebrities, or billionaires. It is born in the quiet moments of the morning when you decide who you will be today. You command your presence before the world commands you. Imagine a young woman standing before her mirror before she leaves for her first job interview. She feels nervous, her stomach twists, her heart races. But then she squares her shoulders, lifts her chin, locks eyes with her reflection, and says, I am the woman they want. I am prepared. I am magnetic. Her hands adjust her collar. Her smile softens. Her eyes sharpen. When she walks into that interview room, she doesn't say a word, but the energy shifts. They feel her, they respect her, because her presence entered the room 5 seconds before she spoke. Take the exhausted mother who feels invisible. Kids crying, house messy, hair undone. She looks in the mirror and feels, but then she stops, breathes deeply, fixes her posture, rolls her shoulders back, and whispers to herself, I am valuable. I am seen. I am the queen of this house. She puts on a simple lipstick, ties her hair with strength, and when she walks into the kitchen, the children pause. The house feels brighter. Because when a woman commands her presence, the universe must respond. Or the businesswoman, facing a room full of doubting men in a board meeting. They expect her to be soft, unsure, apologetic, But before she enters, she pauses by the door. She straightens her spine, softens her gaze, feels the power in her feet touching the ground. I am authority. I am wisdom. I am undeniable, she tells herself. And when she enters, no stutter, no shake, no fear. Their eyes cannot look away. Her voice is calm, steady, rich with certainty. Because presence is felt before words are spoken. Even the woman fresh from heartbreak, who feels broken, unwanted, discarded, she stands before the mirror and feels the weight of rejection. But then she lifts her face, stares deep into her own eyes and says, I am rare, I am precious, I am not for everyone, and that is my power. Her back straightens, her walk becomes slow, deliberate, graceful. When she steps into a party, into a street, into the world, the air shifts. People glance, strangers smile. They don't know why, but they feel her presence. Her glow returns not because of a man, but because of her spirit. Think of the young girl afraid to speak in class. She believes no one hears her, no one cares. But before raising her hand, she touches her heart, breathes in deeply and says silently, my voice matters. My words change the room. And when she speaks, calm, clear, sure, everyone stops and listens. Her presence commanded respect long before her words reached their ears. The woman walking into a wedding alone, without a date, might feel shame creeping in. But no, she lifts her chin, smooths her dress, lets her eyes sparkle with mischief. I am complete. I am more than enough. I am the prize, she thinks. And suddenly, men stare, women admire, and whispers follow her. Not because of what she wears, but because of what she radiates. Even the tired nurse working the night shift walks the halls with quiet strength. She feels the weight of life and death on her shoulders. But every time she turns the corner, she holds her head high, her gaze steady. The patients feel safe. The doctors trust her. Her presence says, I am calm. I am capable. I am grace under pressure. And the whole hospital breathes easier because she is there. A woman's presence is her secret weapon. No one can buy it. No one can fake it. It is built in the silent morning moments when she tells herself the truth about who she is. When she dresses, not to impress others, but to impress her own soul. When she walks, not to be noticed, but because she carries royalty in her blood. The world cannot resist the energy of a woman who knows her worth. The air bends, the noise quiets, and the universe makes way. And now, my beautiful queens, listen carefully. Because this moment, right now, could be the moment that separates the old you from the unstoppable, unbreakable, unforgettable woman you were always meant to become. Your mornings are not ordinary. Your first 20 minutes are not some useless passing time between sleep and chaos. No, they are sacred. They are the golden gate where destiny waits to see if you are ready to claim your power or surrender it once again to doubt, fear, and distraction. You see, the world is full of people running. Running for money, running for attention, running for validation. But you, my queen, you are not meant to run. You are meant to rise. You are meant to stand. You are meant to own your space, your breath, your mind, your voice. You are meant to command the morning like a queen who knows that the crown is not given, it is claimed. Every single sunrise is a reminder that life has given you another chance to walk like a goddess, think like a warrior, feel like a dreamer, and act like a creator. Because the truth is simple, the woman who owns her morning owns her life. The woman who commands the first 20 minutes commands the next 23 hours and 40 minutes. Yes. And if you let me just tell you something, that in that moment, when you take a step back and imagine the next 23 hours and 40 minutes, you are meant to command the morning. The woman who owns her morning owns the life of her marriage. Why should you die to command the morning? She walks into the world not looking for permission, not asking for approval, not begging to be noticed. She walks in like the room was built for her arrival. And listen to this. The world respects a woman who respects herself first. When you rise in silence, breathe in intention, whisper your affirmations, activate your beautiful body, dream your unshakable dreams, and set your unshakable non-negotiables, you are not practicing a routine. You are practicing royalty. You are practicing the art of becoming untouchable. You are practicing to become the woman they warned them about. The woman who cannot be broken, cannot be ignored, cannot be replaced. Do you know why queens are rare? Because most women forget who they are when the world distracts them. But not you. You are waking up now. You are remembering. You are breaking the cycle. You are becoming the woman whose presence is felt before her words are spoken. The woman whose silence speaks louder than noise. The woman whose vision is so clear that even reality cannot deny her. People will wonder, what has changed about her? She looks the same, but something feels different. And you will smile, because they will never understand that you changed everything in the first 20 minutes of your day. Never underestimate this power. The woman who says to herself every morning, I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning to sail my ship, is the woman who sails through the toughest seas while others drown. The woman who says, I am not here to compete, I am here to conquer, is the woman who rises above every crowd. The woman who whispers, I will not be tamed, I will not be broken, I am fire in human form, is the woman whose life becomes a legend. I'm quite sure there are many leaders who say, I am not here to compete, I am here to conquer, is the woman whose life becomes a legend. I am the spark that fires all around her. I will overcome anything. I will not be bought and not be You don't need 10 hours. You don't need luck. You don't need permission. You need 20 minutes of courage, of discipline, of belief.
Listen to me
that
carefully,
you were not made for average
because
things.
This truth will change how you walk, how you speak.
You are made to
how
stand
you
out.
Listen to me carefully, because
To
this
glow.
truth will change how you walk, how you speak.
To lead.
How you listen to me carefully, because this truth will
What you
change how you
believe.
walk, how you speak, how you.
So if
listen
you
to me
dare to
carefully,
believe
because this
you are a
truth will
force of
change how you
nature,
walk, how you speak,
unshakable
how you.
and divine, then the world will treat you like that force. But the belief must begin at dawn, when the world is quiet, and only you can hear the voice of your soul whispering, you are meant for greatness. So rise, Queen. Fix your crown. Own your first 20 minutes like your life depends on it. Because it does. And when you do,
Listen to me carefully. Because this truth will change how you walk, how you speak, how you